All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Coffee break coming to you from Flying Machine Brewing Company in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's actually the first coffee mug that I used when we started this thing off. So the week of like March 23rd or something like that, which seems like eons ago. So appreciate everybody jumping on. What we are going to talk about today, I'm pretty much just going to be introducing our last lap of these coffee breaks. Good morning, Wayne. So we have had the most incredible time doing this at WZ. It's such a simple concept, but the connections that we've made with you all through engaging in these live video feeds, and then also through all of the just wealth of comments and emails and all the different messages that we've received have all been incredibly positive. So we can't thank you all enough for tuning in and listening to us over these last few months. I think we were all equally as shocked that people actually wanted to wake up in the morning with us and even listen to us ramble on for 5 to 12 minutes, however long some of these went. Originally, the goal was 2 minutes, and that was me. I was like, we got to keep these to 2 to 3 minutes. And then I've probably been the worst one that just talks and talks and talks. So we can't thank you enough of how appreciative we are for all the support. What we're going to do on this last week is we're still going to do a coffee break every morning this week, but we are going to be covering things that are all around the topic of this renewed and ready. So getting back to a sense of normalcy, right? It's not going to be the same as it was, but it will be the new normal, which is exciting in a lot of ways. So we want to help you guys integrate into that experience. Thank you, Cindy. We want to help you guys integrate into that experience as best as possible. And we're going to be right there with you because we're getting back to it as well, which is part of the reason we're going to be toning these back. We at WZ are also starting to get on the road, hopefully soon. The plans are already starting to get put into place, and which we're beyond excited about as well, to try to get out there and actually see people in person, which is going to be amazing. So one real piece of advice that I want to leave you all with this renewed and ready concept that we're going to be pushing through this week is, there's been a lot of negativity, I think, going around, even since all of this happened. Negativity just because it's change, right? And people don't deal with change well. Even with what we're all dealing with and seeing going around the world now with these riots and peaceful protests and everything that's been brought to light as a result, it feels just like a very negative presence. So what I would suggest is trying to take the positive from these experiences. So trying to take the positive, even strictly related to the quarantines that we've all been experiencing and are now starting to ease. Think back on that experience, these last 2-3 months, and think back of what about my routine, my schedule changed that I actually am better for it, right? And implement those things. But you got to be very purposeful about it. You don't want to just say, well, I feel like I'm in a better place now than I was before, but not really pinpoint why. So take some time and think of what are some of those things, those variables, those schedules, routines that you implemented into your schedule over the last 2 months that have made you feel like a better person. And roll those into what you're going to be doing in this new normal, right? I think that's it'll have a really profound impact. The second piece of that is the flip side. What things have I found that I'm not stressed about? What have I found that I'm not as anxious or having these negative feelings or thoughts towards since we've been in this quarantine mode? And then when we do move back into the normal, try to weed those things out of your routines, out of your process. If it's something that's strictly related to work and you can't weed it out, at least try to be aware of it now and how it was impacting you, so that you cannot let it have the same type of emotional kind of hold on your attitude and your life. But that's the main thing. So take the best out of this and make adjustments, right? And use this to move forward and be a better person. That's what we are going to do at WZ. We've improved so many aspects of what we're doing for you all, for our customers, for the people who are loyal WZ followers. We're going to be rolling out a lot of really exciting things, more so than we already have as a result of this COVID. So again, we appreciate your support. Tune in tomorrow for rapport building with COVID, right? So rapport building with masks and all these other physical barriers that we now have to deal with. Chris is going to walk you guys through some tips and tricks on how to effectively still build those connections and make relationships. Brett is going to walk you through later this week on travel tips. which I think we could all use, even though we're all, well, a lot of us still aren't necessarily traveling like we used to. We're going to be here in the short-term future. So Brett's going to walk you through some tips on how to effectively navigate that process. And then on Friday, we're going to have everybody who has ever brought you a WZ tip, staff and instructors, everyone. We're all going to be on a live Zoom call, and we're going to be going over some of our favorite moments and field some live Q&A through the chat thread. So looking forward to this week. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Enjoy the weather, and we will hopefully see you in person soon. Take care.